Hello again, thank you for being there. So today I was feeling like reflecting about this addiction that we have to restlessness. So where this is coming from, we are addicted to that. We cannot be at rest. And even when we think that we are at rest, as we're thinking about it, ultimately we are not at rest, you see? So it's really a trap. So where this is coming from? This is coming from the sense of separation. So let's go deeper into what we refer as this. When we firmly believe to be a separate self, we are going to constantly create defense mechanisms to protect from all the fears that are going to arise, because the ego is just always at fear. So I need to create all these defense mechanisms. I'm living in survival mode, because anything can be a threat to my incomplete, separated self. So of course I cannot be at rest. I'm always in survival mode. Anything can happen. I'm in lack. I'm the lack itself. I'm incomplete. I'm separated. I need to always be in this kind of protection mode. When anything can happen, I need to be always there. And in this reactive preparation, yes, to react to anything that might happen, yeah. So, and we can go deeper into this once that we use any common phrase of our culture. For example, when we say, "It's too good to be truth," the first thing when I say this is I'm saying, this experience, my experience, is too good to be truth. The first layer is to appropriate from the experience, as I am the subject and the object is experience. So you see, it's my experience. No, of course it's not. It's not your experience, it's an experience. So the first layer is to appropriate from the experience. That creates the first division. So you are the subject and then there is an object in front of you. Division, separation, duality. So the experience is not myself, so I need to just be restless just in case, right? And also when I have a thought, yes, again, the way that we speak, I have a thought, that's not the case. And I call it my thought. It's not my thought, it's a thought. So I'm thinking that I have an experience. That's the first mistake. You're not having an experience. The awareness is appearing as an experience. There is nothing that can stand out from the awareness. And then if we explore this phrase again, it's too good to be truth, the second layer, good, bad, what is that? We categorize life and experiences as good or bad, better or worse, likes and dislikes. So of course I'm going to suffer the experience if I call it bad. If I call the experience good, I might be in this kind of pleasure moment, but also in this warning mode again, because hey, remember that you're incomplete, so you cannot experience completion. So eventually you will have to be in the next moment in survival mode again, because something bad can happen. So pretty much don't be arrested again, yeah? So what is this second layer about? Let's really realize that the object of the experience doesn't have any inherent good or bad label added onto it. The label is added from the misperception, from these blurred lenses of perception from which I'm seeing the experience as separated from me and categorizing it as good or bad from this dualistic perspective. Let's go into another layer deeper. So when I say it's too good to be truth, I'm reminding myself, hey, be careful, you're an incomplete being, you are in lack, so yes, it's too good to happen to you, because you might not deserve it, you're unworthy of that, you're incomplete, and even if it might be good, but again, as I said before, hey, something bad can happen. You're always in the sense of reactive waiting mode for something to threaten your own existence, and for you to be in danger and in stress and with anxiety and with these likes and dislikes, attachments and resistances. So you cannot be at rest. By definition, you cannot be at rest. the moment that you identify with an idea, the I thought, the ego. The ego is living in constant fear. So of course it cannot be addressed, but the problem is not even the experience or having thoughts. It's not that, it's the misperception of reality. The problem is not in what is happening. The problem is not seeing what is the source of that happening, of the experience, of the thought, of the sensation. So the awareness is appearing as an experience. It's not that I have an experience like a separate self and then the experience is outside of me, have an independent existence from my own existence. So of course, if I live any experience or life as that, I will think that life is something that's happening outside of me. Well, life is yourself. It's the appearance that it might take the awareness when it's translated through a body-mind experience with sensations, with this sensorial embodiment, with thoughts, with mind. But what is the source of those thoughts? What is the source of the substantial aspect of any experience? If we really inquire a little bit into this, we are there. But yes, I will say, to really not also be naive here with these non-dual teachings, it requires effort to decondition ourselves. Why? Because it's like pretending that I'm not going to eat anymore from tomorrow on, I'm not going to be hungry again. Of course, if we have been feeding all this conditioning chronically, day by day, by day by day, we cannot pretend just by realizing that I am the awareness, everything will dissolve and our daily life will be experienced as that awareness. No, to be honest, at least for me, it's been a process of deconditioning. It's a progressive deconditioning of our lenses of perception. Ultimately, we know that we are that, but we're not serving us well just by intellectualizing about that. It's about really transparently experiencing that in our daily life, not only when we are with our eyes closed in meditation, or when we have these talkings about these subjects, because otherwise, only in these moments of recognition, meditation, contemplation, we might be resting and with this realization. When this realization is gone, when we are in the midst of turmoil, in the midst of our lives. So with our senses wide awake, we need to start to really unfed all that we have been feeding throughout years, to start to cleanse the way that we look at what is and not confuse it with what is not. As simply as this, but yes, it requires this honest inclination for truth, I would say, because it's not an effort that comes from the ego. The ego ultimately is not even there. It's just a thought, a mental construct that we have been feeding. It's complex because it's coming from beliefs, feelings, memory, knowledge. But all that is not here and now. It's not permanent. It's not describing the true source and substratum of reality. So let's really have this inclination for truth and not be in automatic pilot. Let's really surrender. And then as we surrender to the experience is not separated from us. It's not me having the experience. The experience, the I thought, will dissolve. Even that sense of the experiencing will dissolve at the same time, and the only thing that remains is the awareness. Is that what it is? The truth. Satchitananda. So I hope that this served you somehow. Remember that you have all these ways to contact me in the description box below if you also want to receive any kind of guidance and allowing me to hold space for you if that's what resonates for you in this moment of your life. And I wish you all the love, all the gratitude I express, and thank you as always. Kisses. Bye bye.